Hey everybody, this is going to be an extremely short video. I want to just show you a couple of highlights. So this is what the amp is going to look like when it's done. The cover that you see on top is actually, I'm going to paint this black, I believe. I don't know if I like the gold color here. So I think I'm going to do a black cover, and I'm going to get a faceplate made here that's probably got gold. That's probably what this is going to look like. And you'll see that it's opened up for ventilation, and it goes all the way around the back. So this is what the final product will look like, but it'll be a different color. Let me pop off the top, and I just want to show you a few more things. Be right back. Okay, I've got the top off, and what you'll see here is that I've dry fitted the output transformer, and this works out well because it seems to line up perfectly with these holes here, and that will definitely be out of the way of the cage that I just showed you. And the other thing I want to show you are these tube clips. I had a question about how these tube clips work, so I'm going to put this in the tripod and then operate them and show you how they work. So let me go do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the purpose of these clips is really very simple. Amplifiers are things that are meant to be moved around, right? So antique radios, which I've worked on as well, typically get put on a table or a shelf and really don't get moved around much. But an amplifier like this is meant to be moved, especially when you're gigging. You got to pick it up, bring it home, bring it to the gig, bring it back, and there's a potential that these tubes could get loose. But also, more importantly, many of the amps that have an integrated tube setup, they hang upside down. So the tubes actually hang upside down inside the cabinet. So what Fender did was they invented these clips which basically hold the tube solid. So all you really do is you push down on these metal tabs and you wiggle out the tube. And you'll see here that these things are just pieces of metal that have been, hardened, and they're flexible. And they do a really good job of holding the tube in place. Now these are octal tubes, so when you put it back in, you have to line up the center of the tube. You push down on these, line it up, seat it, and let go. And it locks that tube in there. That tube is not going anywhere. On this amp, I've done that on the rectifier tube, and I've done it on the 6v6 output tubes. I'm not doing it on the preamp tubes. I don't think I'll need to. If I have to, I have extra clips and I'll put them on. But for now, these are going to stay in there solid. So that's the reason why we've got the clips. And I'll show you what one looks like that's not installed. I have one right here. And this is all basic stuff for a tube amp. So let me go dig out that clip, and I'll show it. Oh, here it is. I'll show it to you close up. So this is what the clip looks like. Okay, and it's got just the two holes that mount on the same screws at the socket, and you'll see that it's preformed, and you just bend it. Okay, so that's the tube clip. Also, one last thing, on these amps, there's obviously more than one volume control. So let me pull this back a little bit. So if you look here in the front, you'll see that this particular cabinet has, or chassis has multiple holes. So on this amp, there's going to be a volume, there's going to be a second volume, because this thing has two inputs. One is a high impedance, one is a low impedance. And then one is going to be a tone control on this particular amp. Now, what I may do on this is use these two for the inputs, because there are multiple inputs on this amp. Matter of fact, if you look at the schematic, you'll see right here that there's actually three inputs. So I'll have to rethink how I'm going to do that. I do have this extra hole right here, which maybe I could use. I don't know yet. I have to figure that out. And then the speaker outputs, which there's two. There's a speaker jack right there, and there's an external speaker. So we're gonna do that in the back of the unit. Okay, and of course there's multiple volume controls. You'll see here on the schematic there's a tone, a volume, and a volume. So so that's the story on this thing. So that's all I'm going to put up for tonight. And when I get my other parts in, like I told you about, I'll come back. Thanks. Have a good night. This is Ron.